Hi, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to demonstrate. It's a digital to analog audio converter. So this takes pulse coded modulation bit stream from an optical cable, otherwise known as a TOS-LINK, short for TOSLINK. It converts the pulse coded modulation light, which is red light, into an audio signal. We can then take that audio signal from here, run it into a cheap amplifier, connect it to a cheap car speaker and get some sound. This one came from Amazon. It's a metal case. This one came with a cheap and nasty fibre optic lead, predominantly plastic, and I couldn't get any sound out of it. But fortunately I've got some better quality on my own Yamaha system. I swapped the fibre optic cable over and this works a treat. Not sure if you can see, a bit dark. This is the fibre optical cable, back of the Samsung TV. This is the inside of that box. It comes with a micro USB lead, so I've got it plugged into a USB battery bank. So there's a micro USB, an LED to tell you it's on. Here's my TOS-LINK. They're not laser, they're 650 nanometer, so it's a sort of red LED. And that's pulse coded modulation, left and right stereo. So this lead was £5, £6, £7, something like that, not megabucks. No need to spend hundreds on a glass one. You're going to see no improvement. A plastic one would do if it works. So that plugs into there. There we are. And we've got a headphone out and two phono stroke RCA connectors left and right. On the back, one 3 or 5 volt regulator. This is a small, probably like 2 watt amplifier, and that is the 24-bit digital to analog converter. It can actually be controlled by I2C because it's got 4 inputs, but only one input used on this today. Either the TOS-LINK, which is, as I say, the TOSLINK, which is optical, or the normal phono stroke RCA, which is the Sony stroke Philips digital interface. Pulse coded modulation, stereo audio stream. That's all it is. You can spend over £200 on some of these. Ridiculous. For the electronic enthusiasts, this digital to analog converter looks at the pulse coded modulation coming in, and this, with its own internal oscillator, recovers the clock pulse, so it can synchronize the data. It knows where the 2 bit streams are. So now you know what's inside a TOS-LINK adapter. So I've got this cheap TOS-LINK adapter, £9.99 from Amazon, 2 RCA cables running to that cheap amplifier I showed the other week. So I've got this on some sponge just so it doesn't slide off the glass table. Since this is a mono amp, or just one channel, I'm bringing the left and right together and joining them with a 220 ohm each. That goes into a 4K7 resistor. After the 4K7 resistor, I've got 400 nanofarads shorting the signal to ground, so this is predominantly just amplifying the lower frequencies. It starts dropping off after a couple of hundred hertz, so you get less treble through this. But I can turn the TV up for the treble, and this does mostly bass. This is the ground, which is also the ground for the speaker. That's the output to the speaker. I've got a negative voltage rail and a positive voltage rail. At the moment I'm running it between 12 and 15 volts. So minus 15 and plus 15. And these scarcely get warm. This is the creme de la creme of speakers. It's a cardboard box. A bit of Amazon wrapping, and this is actually a Mauser Electronics box. If I put this speaker in a box, how good is it going to sound? You'll be surprised. This is an old car speaker and an empty cardboard box. That's my dual rail power supply, so I'll turn it on and off intermittently so you can hear the standard Samsung TV sound and then this cheap amplifier setup. And you tell me if it makes a difference. So after trying the cheap car speaker on the amplifier, it sounded nice. Then I've wired the amp to this. These got 2 woofers, this speaker, monitor audio again, 2 woofers and a tweeter. But I thought that's unfair. You need to see what does the digital to audio converter sound like with a cheap eBay amplifier with a cheap and nasty speaker. Bearing in mind you can get any second-hand speaker and make your own wooden box. So I disconnected it from there and kept it on my car speaker. So this means you can find an old speaker and build your own cabinet. I'm not sure if you can see down here, I've actually got a Yamaha DSP surround sound processor. I've got this up ready to play because it contains royalty-free music, and obviously the video's mine, so I'm not going to get a copyright strike. And during this video I said I've liked Yamaha for a long time. Yeah, well over 15 years, 20 years or more. Right, so I'll start the video playing. As I say, royalty-free music, royalty-free video because it's mine. And I'll turn my power supply on and off to demonstrate the difference with this cardboard box car speaker and this once £1,000 TV from Samsung. I can still turn the TV up. Right, now I'll turn my amp on. Now I'll turn my power supply on. Here we go. Let me see if I can take this tape off. So look, Amazon wrapping another cardboard box. I'll show you. Don't want to tear the box really, but simply an empty, if I get the light here, It is an empty cardboard box with just a cheap car speaker. So one digital to analog converter, cheap amplifier, and a cheap cardboard box with a car speaker. Hopefully you found this interesting. Thanks for watching.